Hello and welcome back to Toasty Toes Uncut. Today is another episode, and you know, things are kind of winding down. You know, Uncut, unfortunately, is going to be coming to an end at episode 15. That's going to be the final Uncut. But yeah, things are kind of approaching the final hours. And it's like, there's just like a lot of stories that's like, oh, I've always wanted to tell that in Uncut, but usually every episode has a theme, and it's like, you can't always fit in the story that you wanted to tell, because it's like irrelevant and stupid, and sometimes we waste a lot of time rambling about garbage, and it's like, and so I was like, what if the theme for today's episode is rambling about garbage? Yeah, this is the garbage episode. Not garbage in terms of quality, but garbage in terms of we're basically just gonna be talking about completely like random things with no like real theme, right? And there is something special that I want to do for the larger story. There's something special I want to do. It's not even really a story. Okay. It's more of like,
is it a concept? Like, what is your fucking game here?
I've been dancing around. We've been talking about planning this for a while, and I've been dancing around this fucking issue because I don't want to spoil it. It's something, Sam.
It's so vague. Like, I don't even know what. I don't even know if it is like a good way to describe it.
I don't know actually, but imagine like we get to it and it's like you just like get sent to like fucking 2001: A Space Odyssey, like you're just floating through fucking like.
I get sucked through my floor.
The chef from Titanic. The chef from Titanic. The legend goes on, bursts into the room. He's like, yeah! He shoves some pie down your throat. He's like, yeah!
Fuck you.
Sam, do you remember that scene? Do you remember that scene in Titanic? The legend goes on, where the lady was like bouncing, and I was like gonna pee my pants. It was so fucking funny.
What do you mean she was bouncing?
She like saw the mouse and she started fucking going crazy. She was like, yeah! And she was like bouncing around like a maniac. Oh my god. Go watch the episode if you haven't. It's fucking bad. That was the part where I was literally gonna pee. Like, I couldn't handle it.
You should have just let yourself go.
No, I'm not peeing myself on fucking on camera. You ever shit yourself?
What?
You ever shit yourself?
Did you just say shit yourself? Question mark?
Have you ever shit yourself?
I mean, I probably, yeah, why?
I don't know, because you're talking about peeing yourself, and I was curious. But let's start up again.
Okay. Wait, could you do, Rust?
Rust? Ooh, I don't know. We should do Rust with knives only, but we should do that for the last episode, you know?
We should.
Alright, what's another classic? Let's go for we haven't done Scrapyard in a while.
Okay.
Okay, so basically just like random information. I don't know if you have anything, but I have like a lot of just things that have like happened over quarantine. That's just like I need to get off my chest, you know?
Yeah.
So do you have anything, or can I just go straight into mine?
I don't have anything.
Okay, that's honestly what I figured. That's why I come prepared.
I sit in my room and I watch paint dry.
Yeah. And then overdose. So, well, okay, a while ago in Uncut, I think it might have been like Uncut 7 or something like that. We had a pretty like unnecessarily in-depth discussion about Cheeze Its. Do you remember this?
Oh.
It was like...
Wait, I actually don't.
We like, for a minute, became like corporate shills for Cheeze Its.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember.
We just ranted about all the different brands of Cheeze Its and how perfect they are in every way. And we narrowed it down to like, you know, like white Cheeze Its, like definitely being like the best or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or you said something like,
It was cheddar.
yeah, you said like cheddar was your, what'd you say it was?
Like cheddar jack or pepper jack. I don't know which.
I thought you said it was like
actually,
sharp,
probably-
it was sharp Cheeze Its, I thought you said. It's like
Sharp
razors.
They like cut you. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I don't know. I think
I
the
distinctly-
cheddar jack is supposed to be sharp.
I distinctly remember you saying sharp Cheez Its was like your favorite. But maybe
Yeah.
I'm just fucking crazy. So yeah, but the general consensus was that that white Cheez Its were like were like
White Cheez Its.
S tier snack, right? Especially when you get them in like those little baggies. Okay, not gonna start this again. But yeah. We were talking about how great Cheez Its were, and we came up with a concept for pretzel Cheez Its.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that. That was so funny.
Yeah, pretzel Cheez Its were going to be our own original brand of Cheez Its, because they're like the opposite of Cheez It in any way, but they're the exact type of thing that a evil company would come up with.
Yeah.
And so we were just laughing at how fucking stupid the concept of a pretzel Cheez It is.
I didn't get that.
So, like, because of the coronavirus, you know, you can't, you know, we have to order food, like, online. And, like, what I do, I don't know about you, but I, like, have to call my local, like, supermarket, and then they have to deliver it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of, like, you know, the virus. Yeah. So, you don't always get what you want. Sometimes, you know,
they'll give you pretzel Cheez Its.
Sometimes they'll give you a substitute for something that you said you wanted. Because it's a really weird process. Because basically, sorry. I'm a gelatinous mass. So...
a fat freak.
So basically, what you do is you have like a little like Google Doc, and you literally just have to write what you want.
Like, I've never done this before, by the way.
Yeah, but it's not. Maybe this is just like a thing for my supermarket. But it's like you don't have like options, and you get to like.
We live in the same area, Sam.
No, but you don't go to my supermarket. I like guarantee it. Okay. So, because my supermarket.
Oh. Okay, you're right. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I got aggressive. so like you don't get to like always get what you want, and sometimes if you put like, you know, chips, and say you put like fucking Lay's chips or something, sometimes you might get Tostitos, because, you know, a lot of people are ordering and they don't have as much time to restock, and it's harder to restock, and it's like a you get what you get type of basis. And so I've been met with so many snacks that I didn't know existed. And so many snacks, how did you do that? So many snacks that I could have sworn were off-brand, but they weren't. And some of them just floored me. One of them in particular was a new type of Cheez-It that rivals pretzel Cheez-Its in terms of the bizarre concept.
Yeah.
So this new type of Cheez-It that I found, I kid you not, they're called Cheeze Its Burnt. And what it is you know how sometimes, you know, you get a Cheez-It that's just a little bit too baked, right? And it's like brown and crispy and stale. 'Cause like it's a defective one. And it got
serving you stale Cheez-Its.
It got a little bit burnt. It's like a defective Cheez-It. Mm-hmm. So what these greedy fucks decided to do was make an entire new line of Cheez-It that's just the reject Cheez-Its. So it's an entire large king-sized box of literally the bad Cheeze Its, and they have like a sweatshop of people sorting which Cheeze Its are good and bad, and instead of throwing out the bad ones, they just put them in a new box and resold them.
Can you imagine what it must have been like
To be at
for
that
them to get the
boardroom.
to be at the boardroom meeting, but also like to where it's like you get a call at the customer service line and some freak on the other end is like, "Hello, you know how sometimes your product is a little more crispy than
That's
you
not how they
intend."
sound. They're like, yeah, I got these burnt Cheeze Its.
It's like, yeah, okay, but like a freak nonetheless, you know.
Under Biden,
And it's
we
like-
get burnt Cheeze Its.
You gotta wear a mask and eat burnt cheese. Yeah, but like I feel like it would have been some freak who's like, can you put all your burnt Cheez-Its into like one product?
Yeah, there was one psychopath who actually likes them, probably.
Yeah, and he probably made the argument where it was like you could
there's
make
probably like something on Twitter where someone was like, hot take, they're actually not that bad. And they were like, get on that.
That's what the kids are doing these days.
And like
Versions
the
of
Hollywood,
all-
the director of Trolls is there, because you know he like jumps from job to job.
alive.
All right, listen, we need burnt Cheez-Its. What are the kids into these days? Burnt Cheez-Its. I mean, come on.
Sam, okay, but Sam, did you eat the burnt Cheez-Its?
I didn't have a choice, so yes, I did eat the burnt Cheez-Its.
Were they ass?
They were horrible. They were one of the worst snacks I've ever eaten. It was like purposely eating something stale. Like, why would I ever do that?
I feel like that's definitely a COVID thing, you know? Like, that's definitely, like, thing where they're like, you know what?
We're gonna
Like,
go
it's
out
a
of business.
pandemic. Yeah, we're gonna go out of business. We better, like, we gotta pull out all the stops.
Yeah, definitely. But it was horrible. And
Is that
like,
the only thing you noticed?
if I caught somebody like eating burnt Cheez-Its, I would slap the back of their neck, because like,
What
are
the
you
fuck
doing?
would you do that?
What are you doing? Like, you need to be. You
Is
need,
it like
what?
what do they need to be?
I was just gonna say they need to be got. Like, you know, like they need to have the back of
Oh,
their neck
yeah.
like hit.
Yeah, okay, I agree. But I was gonna ask you, is it like a thing where, is it like the regular Cheez-Its logo, but then is there like a weird font for burnt?
Kinda.
It's like a crispy font, you know? Like that's what I was imagining.
A crispy font. No, it's just like,
like-
imagine it's fucking Comic Sans. No, it's like the regular Cheez-Its logo and then like yellow text that says burnt.
It's the most low effort thing of all time.
Basically.
Yeah.
Fight with all you have! Oh, I won.
Noticing that kind of thing. I actually go to the supermarket sometimes. I
Wow.
feel like that was definitely good. I don't know.
Yeah, take a look. I did discover Cheez-Its jacked. And honestly, they're
Cheez-Its on performance enhancing drugs.
Cheez-Its speed. No, so
Yeah, I agree. Cheez-Its.
yeah, no, Cheez-Its jacked. Honestly, they're you know, they might have overtaken the original Cheez-It. I think my order
yeah.
I think my order might be white cheddar, jacked, original Cheez-Its, burnt. Like, I think that might be the definitive
Definitely
order.
have more varieties than that too, you know?
Why don't they? Oh, they have like jalapeno, don't they? I bet that's
Oh my
terrible.
God, I've never had the jalapeno. No, that sounds good to me. I love jalapeno shit.
Yeah, but like cardboard jalapeno?
Alright, so we're gonna take a piece of cardboard, then we're gonna put artificial jalapeno sauce on it. We're gonna call it
Food. We're gonna call it
jalapeno
food, right?
spice. We're gonna call it Pringles.
Pringles. Now Pringles, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Listen,
Pringles are
untouchable.
yeah, literally untouchable. I can't fit my hand down the fucking thing.
Imagine you meet somebody who thinks that you're like supposed to only use like your tongue to get them, and then you say. Remember when Sam C ate that Pringles can in one fucking gulp? And then he ran away.
No, because I wasn't there for that.
But I told you.
Oh, wait, he just like, it was like one of the small ones, right? And he just like,
yeah,
shoveled it all into his mouth.
Yeah, like he was late for the bus, so he put it all in his mouth, threw it at a rock, and ran away.
I think he thinks he's like an anime character.
I don't know.
I think he might just be kind of deranged, Sam.
I think we need to be more concerned for our friend.
Yeah. Damn. I've just been eating normal people food. Shit.
Damn, bro. Yeah, bro. I've just been like eating berries from the woods.
I'm a Sasquatch.
All right, let's go high rise. And you know what? I'm gonna change the. I'm gonna make it longer.
Oh yeah, do that.
All right, here we go. All right, yeah. So that was just like one thing that I wanted to mention. But honestly, a lot of this is gonna be like, you know, horrible cringe and horrible memories, and like just things that are basically gonna be like, do you remember that time, the episode, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just like, just things that happen that don't even relate at all, but they're just hilarious memories. And one that I thought about the other day, and I just started cracking up because I thought about this. Do you remember that time? And you can tell this story, so maybe because it pertains to you, unless you don't remember. But do you remember that time that you ate your homework in front of our teacher?
No, I don't.
What?
I don't remember that.
Lame.
That is lame, but what?
I would consider it to be one of your top, maybe even top 5 funniest moments of all time. Listen, I don't even know what number 1 is, but I just know that this is probably the top 5, right?
Why did I do that?
Well, I'll tell you, Sam.
Wait, did I actually? Okay, sorry. I'll just let you tell the story.
Okay, so
You piqued my curiosity.
So basically, you're gonna remember like the second I start talking about it, and you're gonna be like, that fucking bitch. So go ahead. You're gonna get unnecessarily mad, and you're gonna beat the shit out of her. So this was the LA teacher that we don't like, right? The annoying one who killed her cat, Miss Buckethead, right? Miss Buckethead.
Okay, I also don't remember that she killed her cat, but go ahead.
She did. So, yeah, Miss Buckethead, right? And one day, she made us do the stupidest fucking assignment. And I think she came up with this assignment herself. There's no way this was in the curriculum, because it was too fucking stupid, right? Even for the fucking clown-ass, like, school district that we attended. She basically made it so where we all went to the computer lab, right? And we had a sheet that pertained to Shakespeare. And so, are you remembering?
Slowly remembering.
And so we had like a sheet that pertained to Shakespeare, and it was like a series of questions. And so what we had to do was we had half a period to use Google to complete the entire sheet. And whoever it was like, yeah, she was like, it's a scavenger hunt, right? That was like her fucking thing. She was like, it's a Shakespeare scavenger hunt. Except we were using Google. So, whoever finished first and showed it to her and she checked it and it's right, is the winner. And this was honestly just such a terrible environment because...
Wasn't there a money prize attached to it?
Oh my god, I think there might have been. I forgot. Maybe it wasn't something
That
expensive.
because no one would have
She's
no one
too
would have
cheap.
cared.
She's too
No, I
cheap
thought
for
it was like she was gonna give you $15 if you won.
Or maybe it was extra credit.
Yeah, you know what? It was like somewhat valuable.
It was something
extra
valuable, money and or credit.
It's enough to make people like pretty frantic about finding the shit. Like everyone was basically invested in
Yeah.
the.
And she like, oh, die. Where am I? Here
It wasn't
I am.
seen as a scam, you know.
Yeah, basically, people were really invested.
Anyway, go
in
ahead.
it. Yeah, people were really invested. And me and you were invested too, because we wanted that fucking whatever the prize was. And I remember I was like one of the first people to finish it, I went up to her and she checked it and she told me I was wrong, and I literally wasn't.
Yeah, she did that a lot. She did that a lot. It was like she had very specific sources that she wanted us to refer to when we answered the questions.
No, she
and they were
asked
basically
like yeah. She asked like a
they were
really
basically-
okay.
It didn't make a difference like what source you got it from. It was like the way you worded it, you know.
No, mine was fucking stupid because her question was so vague. She asked like, what happened to like the theater that like, what happened to the theater that Shakespeare, what's it called? Globe Theater, right? She like asked about the Globe Theater and like, I gave an answer that was true. It was like, what was something that hindered like the performance at the Globe Theater? It was something like incredibly vague, and my answer was factually correct, but it just wasn't what she wanted because her fucking question was so vague. And so she told me I was wrong. I was really mad about it, and everyone was getting pissed, right? Like we were.
Yeah, because it was so tense.
We were running, there was like the clock was running down and we were running back and forth Googling as fast as we can. You were getting shit wrong too and you were mad at her too.
Because it was so ridiculous.
Yeah, and so we were like sweating over this because it was like, the prize was fucking worth it, apparently. And like, it ended up going to this kid who just didn't deserve it. Well,
it went to someone I really disliked, and it went to someone who like they just happened upon the answer
yeah,
she
looked
wanted.
like somebody who was an asshole. And, like they didn't deserve that victory because we worked infinitely harder than them. And they just
so
like,
many people worked infinitely harder than them. It was just they happened to find it on Google.
yeah, they just put in the correct random string of words that got them to the sources that she used, right? And so
They got into her head, and
alright, what's fucking dumb? What can I do?
What's the dumbest possible yet correct thing?
Yeah. So we got so mad that what I did was I was so mad that I honestly didn't even mean to do this, but I instinctively did it. Was the second she called the winner, I ripped my paper in half. Like I literally was just like it was like because I like I was so mad that I didn't win that I just ripped it in half, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? You can."
You little bitch! Like,
No, she was like, I could. She was like, I was still gonna give you credit for finishing it, and I had already ripped it in half, and I was like, oh shit. 0 point. No, and then what you did was 10 times better, and I fell to the floor. What you did was she was like, did you guys seriously not like this assignment? And you took your paper and just took a bite out of it and started chewing so aggressively. You looked her in the eye and ate your entire paper. I was literally gonna explode. It was so funny. She had never no one had ever done that, and she was baffled. Like a student ate her homework right in front of her face, and it was like, fuck you.
oh my god, I forgot about that.
But you remember it. You remember like, and you were so aggressive too. Like you were just like,
I remember being.
yeah, you were just like, you hated her so much and just needed to express that.
Eating. Oh my! Can you imagine like she gets home to like her husband or her boyfriend or whatever, And she's just like, you'll never believe what happened today. I asked my kids, like, did you like the assignment I gave you for class today? And this kid just looked me in the eyes with his finished assignment in hand and ate it.
And
The guy's just like,
he's like asleep.
he's a hallucination, yeah.
It's her
like-
cat. No, but
If I
It
were
was
her,
just-
I would
yeah.
have like, bro, what? Like,
no, the reason, okay, it was incredibly disrespectful. Maybe one of the most disrespectful things we've ever done, to rip up an assignment in front of a teacher and like eat it. And the thing is,
sends disrespect. Like that's
Yeah.
just so ridiculous.
yeah, and it's like, you
I
know,
wouldn't even be offended. I would just be like shocked.
oh
you
my
know?
god. No, but like, it was the fact that we could have gotten credit still if we turned it in. We just wouldn't have gotten the extra credit for not being first. But we still could have gotten credit for the assignment. But purely on principle that her assignment was so stupid, we took the F. Just to fucking prove to her that it was a stupid ass assignment. Anyway.
So I ate it. Wow.
We really took a stand that day against tyranny.
That was stupid. I mean, the assignment was dumb, but like everyone was thinking that. I was just the only one who thought to eat the assignment. Like an animal.
I just remember it so vividly how like angry you were when you were eating
I
it.
could kind of remember like the taste of the paper, but like I couldn't tell you what I was wearing that day or like.
You're wearing a guess what, Sam? You were wearing a gray sweater. Can you believe it?
Oh.
Oh.
I don't want to think about that shit.
I wear the same sweater every day. It smells so bad.
MC alternates his clothing.
Yeah, what if I'm Sam C and what if I was cool?
Do you think that's what he?
That's what he
boss has-
thinks in his head every day.
What if I was? It's kind of hit me. You're getting at with that, like he has to frame everything as a what if. Like, what if I was Sam C? What if I was? Today was gonna be a good day.
Oh, Sam, he's like talking to himself in the mirror. He's like combing his hair. What a character. What the what was that? Literally, what was that?
You like
Leave the game. Leave the game, because that was pathetic. I can't believe that. Oh my god.
I'm about to.
Oh, no you didn't. That also reminds me, I don't actually think you were there for this. This is another story that I never told, but it was about the same teacher. Do you ever, you probably don't remember, because you probably just weren't there. But when I put a cheeseburger in the phone caddy.
I think you told me about this, but like you were only like, yeah, me and this kid have an inside joke over boiga.
Yeah,
it's like
boiga.
a funny mispronunciation, boiga, and I was like, what?
Alright.
But I think you forgot about the phone caddy thing.
No, so it was like, okay, so me and I honestly forget who the friend was. It might have been Frankie. But anyway, so we made a joke that, no, it was Henry, because he was in that class. He was in that
Frankie
class.
goes to another.
Frankie goes to another school. No, it was Henry for sure.
Yeah.
And so he was like, we were making a joke that like, it's like a white dad thing to call hamburgers hamboigas. that's like a white dad thing to do. Or maybe it's
So
just,
is, but that's totally not true.
maybe
You know, but, like,
maybe
I
it's just
agree
a
with it.
maybe it's just a thing that only me and Henry have experienced, even though
Yeah.
Henry's not white. But
Right.
so yeah, it was just like, that's just like a white thing to like people do, say hamboiga, and I laughed really hard because it was so fucking funny and stupid, and I liked it. And so what happened was we started joking about hamboigas a lot, and we would just go boiga, hamboiga, and we were like, that's my boiga, and like we were like doing it with like an accent, whatever, like an Italian accent.
Eric accent.
Yeah, and so like a New York street accent. We were like, it's my boiga.
Yeah.
And so what happened was like we had like a hamburger from lunch, and it was like fucking decked out. Like it had like relish, and like, you know, mayonnaise and cheese,
all the weird residue they just get on there and
It had every
slather with like weird shit. Yeah.
like it looked like a Krabby Patty. It was just like fucking double decker. Like it was a big fucking patty compared to like how the patties usually look, right? And so it was a big sandwich. And what we did was we I took it back and like I think it was someone else's. I think I like saw somebody who had that sandwich and I went up to them and I was like, Boyga? 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 And they thought, oh yeah, okay, that reminds me of another story. But like, okay, so I was like, Boyga? And then, and so, I took it from them. They gave it to me. And then I went back to, and in this class with Miss Buckethead, we used to have to put our phones in a phone caddy, which was like a little slot that you could put your phone in so that, to make sure you're not using it. And I put the sandwich in the phone caddy. And like, it's like dripping and shit down the fucking thing. Down everybody's phones. And it takes like 20 minutes. And like, we get to the assignment and like, she still hasn't fucking noticed. And we get to the assignment and we're like working on it. And then I just hear her go, "Who put a sandwich in the phone caddy?" I go, "Man, that's my Boyga." Your Boyga? That's my Boyga. Get it
That's
out!
quite the...
Why would you do that?
That's quite the wacky pronunciation.
That's not what it's called. Anyway, she was like, "You're gonna have to stay after class and clean up this phone caddy." And I was like, "No." No, I didn't.
How would you have cleaned it up?
Oh no. She was like, there's horseradish in here.
She looks through it. It like makes little squelching noises.
I was like, "It's not that bad, come on."
It's just a little ketchup, come on.
Why would you put a Boyga in the phone caddy? Anyway, it was just like there was no more Boyga jokes after that because like it had reached peak in like an hour.
Was Henry dead?
Yeah. Like I looked over and he had like Cross's fries and he was just like dead.
Yeah, he was the emoji.
Yeah, he was an emoji. There should be a Henry emoji at all times. I need an emoji that expresses that Henry face when he's like,
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
like,
Oh, you know,
he like just opens his mouth a little. He's like, "Oh, wow," but it's like sarcastic, like he just, you know.
yeah, like when Matt Farty doesn't come to school for the 5th day in a row, like
no way. Such a specific joke, but yeah. So yeah, that's another thing that I did. Okay, but now I want to tell this other story. I just thought of this right now, and I have to tell it because it's so embarrassing. One of the top 10 most embarrassing moments in my life. We had like these. There was like these 2 kids in our high school, who had like Russian accents, and they were from Russia. They were spies. No, so. And like, you know, we hadn't really talked to them, and like they would sit at lunch like alone together and they would eat like their lunch and they would talk in Russian or whatever. Damn. And so what I did one time was I wanted they had like extra fries that they weren't eating. And so I think Jason was like, "Yo, go ask for their fries." And so I was like, "Okay." And I went over to them. He's like, "Wait, those are the Russian kids." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I go up to them and I start making like the Italian thing with my hand, and I'm like kissing it, and I'm like, and I go, "Fries, fries, fries," and then but like I'm like genuinely trying to communicate with a Russian person, and that was what I thought to do. I just go, "Fries, fries." Like, that's what I thought they would understand me. And then it turns out that they both can speak perfect English. They just go, "What?" "Oh, yeah, here." I was like, "Oh, okay, now I just look like a fucking crazy person."
Like, who was that?
What was that?
Damn.
I
don't remember
He's
those
he's like comically American. Who was that fellow?
He didn't seem very normal to me.
I think he's a spy.
Better report him to the feds.
Yeah. So okay, that's just a side story that I wanted to say because I thought about it. Now it's
That's pretty
inside
good.
joke. Yeah.
But that's not as good as I got 3 words for you. I'm gonna kill you.
Oh well, I mean, honestly, when I first told you that joke, it was like a half hour before we were done with it. So. Honestly,
Wait, what do you mean a half hour before you were done with it?
we were laughing for so long.
About that joke?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
One of the best jokes.
Okay. I actually have it's like a food related story, but it's not. I don't think I've ever told like I really don't tell this story to anyone. Like it's just kind of a weird moment from my life that I just don't talk about.
What?
And it's from, well, I'll tell you in a second, but it's from before I went to it's from before I met you. It was like I was in elementary school when it happened.
The dark.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah, it was the dark times, but it wasn't. I wasn't like in elementary. I wasn't in school when it happened. I was.
I just
on
imagine
Cub
you
Scouts.
fucking stupid face going, what?
Yeah, no. That was kind of the vibes, but like it happened on a Cub Scouts camping trip.
Do go on.
So basically the way it was set up, we were pretty young. I was pretty young. The way it was set up was that like there was this large open field and there were a few tents that like the parents had set up for us to sleep in, and we weren't going to be like going into the forest with all like the other troops and like with the Boy Scouts and stuff, but it was sort of like there were parts of the campgrounds
The Boy Scouts are like assholes. It's like a movie where you're like the underdogs.
Yeah, exactly. Gay. Yeah. So
Jeez, you do not like those windows.
I know. I was just like, what if I did this and did this? So yeah, so there were little like like parts of the campgrounds were for like young kids and parts were for like the older kids. And obviously we were in like the young kids area section, and like they wanted to make sure we weren't going to get lost or whatever. So we were out like an open field, and the first night goes smoothly. And I wake up, and all the parents are, they wake up, and the way we're having breakfast is in like a circle. It's not like around.
Oh, like a cult, like a cult.
No, it's sort of like a meeting, It is a cult, but
Initiation.
yeah, yeah, but like kids are playing catch and stuff, and it's pretty cold out, so there's like we're all pretty bundled up and stuff. But they set out like breakfast food, like bagels and stuff, and they also have some coffee for the adults, and like hot chocolate for the kids or whatever. And there's this one kid, and I'm gonna say his name because I haven't spoken to him in like over like 6 years, and he was just like those kids who like they grow up in the suburbs and like they're just so insufferable because their mom just like gives them this illusion that the world revolves around them.
You.
You. No, yeah. Well, basically, this kid was he had a twin sister, but they were both just like really self-important, and like, and their mom was like annoying as fuck too, because like she would just be like really.
Yeah.
Well, their mom would just like their mom was just like one of those moms who would like she would force her kids to do like a bunch of
spoon feed
shit.
them Lucky Charms.
Yeah, like she just
gotta
she
put
was
on
just
your
way too
SPF
involved.
100, kid.
Yeah, she was just way too involved in their lives, and she was like really like, she had a similar personality where she was like she was just kind of like a rude person, and she was just like ungrateful and stuff. And my mom never liked her, and she never liked her kids because her kids were always like jerks to me or whatever, and the mom was always jerk to my mom. And you'll see why, or like you'll get an example in just a second. But basically, I'm sitting in a chair and I'm kind of bundled up because it's freezing out, and like the ground is like really like hard because it's, you know, it's the frost or whatever. But there is this like gigantic, I want to say vat of coffee. It's not like Dunkin' Donuts coffee, or it might be Dunkin' Donuts, but it's like, you know, those like orange things they have at sporting events, and they're filled with Gatorade. They're like, they carry liquids and stuff.
Yeah, like those tubs.
Like they're big and orange and whatever. They hold a lot.
I'll get you with this. Get him. Ah!
No! That would have literally obliterated me.
I was gonna try to get you while you were like on your butt. It's like you would have been defenseless. All right. Sorry, that was irrelevant. Continue.
Basically, what happened was
you fell into the coffee and died.
and I was like, oh no, no. I was all bundled up in a chair, and I was just like sitting, you know, like, sipping my hot cocoa or whatever. And this kid Colin he had it in for me. What he did, he was pretty small, so the tub of coffee was probably like 2/3 his height.
Oh my God.
Somehow, he picked it up, and he poured all of fucking hot ass coffee all over me. It like got all.
God. He tried to kill you.
No, you wanna know the weird part? The scary part? He didn't even say anything. There were just no adults, and he had a completely straight face, and he just casually went up to this coffee, like this coffee vat.
He's in a mental institution today.
No, yeah, he was not. He was not all
his
there.
mom is like, "Why would you do that, Sam? How could you?"
Yeah, no, that was her reaction. No, but he was like, he was just fucking weird. Like, and like the thing is, like the coffee had been out for like 45 minutes, and it was kind of like it wasn't hot anymore. It was kind of lukewarm, so it didn't like burn me really. Like it kind of stung because it was still hot, and I was like sticky too, so it was just really gross overall.
Like you're sticky in the woods. I would hate to be that.
All for this little fucker who wanted to pour coffee on.
No, but now you have like no clothes, and you're like freezing to death.
Yeah, I have a dysentery. Yeah, no.
It's like a scene from fucking. Wasn't there a scene like that? Wasn't there a scene like that? You ever seen The Parent Trap?
No, I actually haven't.
You know, The Parent Trap. Yeah, you know.
Oh, there was a scene where they poured coffee on someone.
I think there was. Or maybe they like tarred them.
Tarred and feathered them, yeah.
You know, like fucking colonial times. Yeah.
Yeah, no. What was weird is I don't even remember being mad about it. I was just so confused.
Dude.
I was
like, why?
Oh, like they immediately separated us or something because they thought like it was about to cause a fight or something. But like, well, I literally wasn't even mad. I was just like, why did you do that? Like,
no, I know your voice. I know exactly what you were like. You're like, Gah! Why would you do that?
No. I wasn't really like a mad kid, you know? Like I was just kind of.
But like, I just have an image in my mind of what you were like.
I know no, but like I wasn't really like that. Or at least in this situation, I don't remember being that mad about it. I was just genuinely so confused. And I didn't even speak to him about it. I was just like, what just happened? And then my mom was like, oh, Colin just poured a bunch of coffee all over you. And I was like, why did he do that? Like, she's like, I don't know. And then they did this whole thing, you know, and like, you know how like like when the kid gets in trouble and like the white mom has to get in, she's always just like, now why did you do that, Colin? And then
Because I'm a sick bastard.
the little shit is like, I don't know. And then
He didn't mean it. It's
yeah, no, it's always he didn't mean it or whatever. And that's probably some shit she said, but it was just like a really strange thing that happened. And I ended up quitting Cub Scouts so
because of that.
not because of that, but just so I could do other stuff. But like, I don't think Colin would be an Eagle Scout right now. I feel like that wouldn't be his thing. He's probably jerking off playing Fortnite every day. But
Holy shit, that's specific, but probably true.
yeah, I'd like to talk to him about it. Maybe he's reformed.
He's like a serial coffee like killer. Like
His mom just hasn't thought to take away the giant vats of coffee.
why does he keep making so much coffee?
He's 7 years old. He doesn't drink coffee. Like,
Oh my god! Now I'm imagining like the mom from like Meet the Robinsons. He's like, I got 42 cups of coffee.
yeah, it was a bad situation. And the like Cub leader was like, what?
Hey now, come on.
Yeah, no, that was make up.
All right.
We don't pour
What's our code? Cubs don't fight and Cubs work together.
Don't pour coffee on one another.
Don't pour coffee on one another.
Pour boiling hot coffee from a pat on one another.
Don't tell your parents where I touch you. Go Tigers.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask my mom about that actually next time we.
Oh
talk,
yeah,
but-
he's like a horrible terrorist now. He's like, it's all over the papers.
He's our town's local ISIS member.
Alright, another reference to Normal Shack. Girthcock, we lied! There are several ISIS members in the town!
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. Sam, I was gonna text you the phrase girthcock, but I was like, I didn't know where it came from, so I was like, I just have this urge to text Sam the phrase girthcock, because I think it's funny, but I don't know why. Maybe I'll figure out what it is if I text him.
No, I was bro chest.
You were bro.
Yeah, Sam C was Girthcock, yeah. You were Squeezemeister, Ginga Pinga.
Did we do that?
Alright. Normal Shack is like the zaniest concept we've ever had for a series.
Explain to me exactly.
It's like Normal Shack is like it's a homosexual couple, but they're like immortal and like they've like lived through the ages. And there's like a secret ISIS invasion in the town, but they were also on the Titanic, and they also went to space. Like
They were also there at the crucifixion.
yeah. That was like the thing. They're like, well, the crucifixion. They had a fight at the crucifixion.
Oh, yeah.
Complex lore.
Wait, but it wasn't a throuple, right?
What do you mean?
Because there were 3 characters.
Oh yeah, no, you were like, no, Girthcock and Brochest were a homosexual couple, but Squeezemeister wasn't.
Yeah.
Squeeze-
Wait, but I was Squeezemeister.
You were Squeezemeister. Squeezemeister was just like there. I don't know what I don't know. He was like the character because it was supposed to be a sitcom. He was like the character who always like walks into the house even though they don't own it. You know, like that was.
I was
yeah.
Elaine.
Yeah. You were that guy.
Damn.
Anyway.
Thank you for reminding me about a series I was in. I feel like a TV star who did too much coke and like forgot about an entire like TV show they did.
I'm on crack.
Wah.
Not now, Carrie. I gotta go punch a Nazi. I'm Harrison Ford.
What are you talking about? Oh, Carrie Fisher. She was on crack. I get it. Okay.
Don't you remember fucking... Alright, you don't remember shit, so I'm not even gonna...
Wait, Sam, can I mention coke in this episode?
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
It's not sad. It was just a realization
It's
I had.
not sad. Yeah, go ahead.
I know of people and know people who have done coke before,
That's
Okay,
it.
sorry. That was no. That's
That
not
is
it. That's
sad.
not, I was just thinking. I was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like I was like, coke is a form of crack. So like, I know people who have done crack.
Yeah, yeah, I guess you do.
That's literally that's all.
That's it. All right, let's move on to something like funnier, maybe.
Let's move on to something that's not like fucking stupid. Not like move on to like a basic observation that a 5-year-old can make.
Blue, green. Oh. All right. So, all right, this is another story that I want to tell you. I don't know.
I'll tell you what. Wait, can I do one more coke thing?
Fuck. Okay.
One time I was having dinner with my friend's parents, and my friend. I was like staying at a cabin with them in New York State, and somehow the topic of coke got brought up, and my friend's dad was like, "Don't do coke. You can't have sex on coke. Remember, honey? You can't. Your cock just can't get hard. It doesn't work." And then the wife was like, "Yeah, remember we did coke that one time and we had dinner and it was just awful. Like we couldn't concentrate on anything and we were just like really tense." He was like, "Yeah, long story short, coke sucks, boys. Don't do it." I was like, "Okay." That
You
was
know
the end
what?
of the story.
You probably convinced me more than like any PSA in the 80s ever. So,
I can't. My cock doesn't work if I don't.
don't do drugs.
If I don't. Your cock won't work.
Your
Okay, sorry.
penis
You can
will be
change the
gone.
subject. Coke now. It's your penis. What if my dick fell off?
What if my dick fell off?
Um,
Alright, so now onto a slightly funnier story. This is a story that I've wanted to tell for a while. I don't know if you remember this. I don't even know if I've told you this. I think I did. And you probably will remember if I have. But so, you know, let's just see if this triggers any memories. Do you remember the Carnage story?
yes, I do.
Oh, well, here we go. We're gonna talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the details?
Not really. I just remember it ended in tears.
Okay. So this is a really funny story about Plausible. You know, our friend Plausible.
Sam, can I ask you a question before you start?
Go fucking okay. This is like the third time you've interrupted me, but go ahead.
I know. Does he still make videos under that with that handle?
Not with Plausible, but I'm gonna call him Plausible for the rest of his life. So like, he doesn't have a choice.
Okay.
So yeah, basically Plausible was like, this was in elementary school, right? This was in elementary school. And so me and my friends were playing Spider-Man. We were like, you know, this was in like, this was like at the after-school program that I went to.
No, Sam, you were Spider-Man.
What?
like you probably tricked them into thinking you were Peter Parker.
Oh, no. But anyway, well, okay, you'll see. So basically, so what happened was, we were playing Spider-Man. Like, we were literally just playing. And, like, it was me and Plausible and 2 other kids you don't know. And I actually wasn't Spider-Man, because the way that the game worked was that there was, like, a hero and, like, 3 villains, right? And, like, so sometimes, like, the hero was... When I was the hero, I was, like, the Hulk for some reason. I don't even remember why, because I like Spider-Man better than the Hulk, but whatever. When I was the hero, I was, like, the Hulk. And then when my friend was the hero, he was Spider-Man. And when we were playing as... I honestly don't remember, like, the objective of the game, but we had to select villains to be, because it was my turn to be a villain. And everyone was like, man, I'm the Joker or something, I don't know. And I was like, I decided that I wanted to be Carnage, who, if you don't know Carnage, he was like a villain from the comics. And, you know, because I read a lot of comics at the time, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to be Carnage because I bet that nobody knows about Carnage, because it's true. At the time, Carnage was not popular. Nobody had any fucking clue who Carnage was, right? And that's probably what facilitated this whole incident, was that I expected them to comprehend that I was just being a character who wasn't in a movie, right? That was from a character from the comics. So, you know.
We're illiterate, Sam.
Yeah. So, if you don't know, Carnage's backstory is that he was like a serial killer named Cletus Cassidy. And he was like a deranged serial killer. He like killed his own grandma by like pushing her down the stairs. He was like a psychopath. Like he was like kind of similar to the Joker, like a combination of the Joker and Venom, basically. But more like serial killery, not like sort of anarchist like Joker. And so like, you know, we were in character, like we were just playing the characters, and like, you know, the kid who was Spider-Man was like pretending to swing around and pretending to fucking get broken up with by Mary Jane. And like, you know, I was so young that I didn't notice like the difference between role-playing as like, you know, any other comic book villain and role-playing as Carnage, because he was just another villain in my eyes. And so I didn't realize like how inappropriate it was to be pretending to be a deranged serial killer. And so the things I was doing was, I mean, yeah, I'll be honest, a little bit scary. Some of the things I was doing. And
you might have poured some hot coffee out of small child.
Yeah. No, but I would like get in real close with them, and I'd be like, you know, I'd be like doing scary shit because I'm a crazy villain. And here's where like the real issue occurred, was because, you know, because Plausible didn't read the comics and he didn't understand that I was playing the character. He thought that I literally just went crazy. Like he thought that I literally just lost my mind, and he thought that when we were playing villain, he thought I was actively trying to kill him for real. Like he thought he thought that I went crazy.
Alone is pretty good.
I would, and that's not even the best fucking part. So we play this game for like every other kid. It's only Plausible who like doesn't understand that I'm faking it. Like the other kids don't know who Carnage is, but they know that I'm not really crazy. They know it's part of the game because I get thwarted by Spider-Man, and I'm like, yeah, Spider-Man. and Devin just doesn't get it. He just he thinks that I'm real. He thinks that I'm really crazy. And he thought his life was in danger. But I go home that day thinking everything is fine, not really paying any mind to it, because we play heroes and villains like all the time, and like what's the big deal? And you know, I didn't really see any problem with it. And then the next day, I get to school, and I'm called to the office. And I'm called to the office because apparently Devin was like shaking and crying all night because he thought his life was in mortal danger, and he thought that his best friend was going to murder him. And he told his mom what happened, and his mom didn't understand it either, obviously. And so like if Devin doesn't understand, his mom isn't gonna understand when her son comes up to her and is like, my friend was threatening to kill me, and he was doing all this creepy serial killer shit, right? And so she called the school, and she was like gonna call my parents and tell me that I need to be locked up or whatever, because like I'm doing shit that's like disturbing, and like the cops are gonna get involved because they think I'm like threatening to murder kids and I'm like gonna kill them. And then she decided that it was safer to just try to work it out with the school first, and then
thank God she decided that.
Yeah, and then proceed further from there. So first we just went to the office, and we were just gonna like talk it out. And our teacher, the after-school teacher, was there, who I've talked about before, Miss L. She was that idiot bitch with the apple juice, you know.
Okay, what the? I actually do remember the apple juice thing.
Yeah, it was her.
That is an L, if I do say so.
Because she was like the one supervising us at the time. So it was her, it was Devin's mom, it was me, Devin, and it was the principal. And we were in like this private room having this meeting. And they asked me to explain what it was. And I tried to Miss L was like taking control, cuz like the principal was like trying to like talk, and she was like butting in, cuz you know,
We all know that feel.
yeah, she didn't like me, and she didn't like Devin, as I've established previously.
Yeah.
And we didn't like her either. And so I tried to explain that Carnage was a Spider-Man character, and that we were just playing Spider-Man. And she was like, there's no way they would have something so violent in Spider-Man. Like her perception of comic books is just so warped. Like she thinks that all comic books are like Batman 66 or something.
They're for babies.
Yeah. Like she literally just had no understanding that there was like even death in comic books. I was like, no, I mean like it's just a comic book character. And this is the moment that sticks out in my mind. She got so serious with me. And I think it was the word, it was somehow...
The word Carnage,
yeah,
I remember.
It was the word Carnage that like
It really
yeah.
messed with her.
Yeah, that like really, like she was upset that I used it, alright? For some reason. Like she treated it like I said like the F word or something.
Cause she probably thought your innocence had been like defiled and you were coming up with these weird delusions.
Yeah. Delusions. And so what she did was...
Not unlike her delusions.
So what she did was... she was a little delusional. So what she did, she was like, do you know what Carnage is? And this is legitimate. It's kind of stupid, but at the time, I was a kid, so I didn't understand. I said, that's like the stuff in like your ear, right? And she's like, what are you talking about? I thought it was cartilage. I didn't... Okay, I was in...
No, I know. But that's really funny.
I was in 4th grade, and you know how Carnage in the comics, he has like stretchy skin, because he has the symbiote, so he has like fleshy powers, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I made the connection. Oh, he's got like no bones. Cartilage is when you have no bones. So I guess in my mind, I just thought that
Carnage and cartilage. Yeah.
I thought that Carnage was cartilage. So I didn't understand what was so wrong with saying it. Carnage, the actual definition is like, it's like mass death, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, do you know what carnage is? And I'm like, no, I thought it was the stuff in your ear. And she's like, no, that's cartilage. And she's like, you did not think that. You knew what it was. And I was like, no, I didn't. Please tell me what it was. And she goes like this. Her definition was so specific and wrong. So she goes, listen to me, son. Carnage is when human bodies are chopped up into tiny little pieces so that it looks like carnage. Like, literally just, first of all, you used... That doesn't tell me what carnage is, because she said that the definition of carnage is something that looks like carnage.
Example of carnage also, but that's not like a working definition.
That's not the like it's not carnage because I didn't chop the human bodies into little pieces. Like she was so specific with her. She was like, human bodies chopped up into little pieces. Like it was like more graphic than anything that like was in the comic books. Like she scarred me more than fucking Carnage did.
It looks like carnage. You should have been like, ma'am, did you just hear the words that came out of your mouth?
You're fucking... Are you fucking stupid?
Wait, okay, Sam, how old was this woman?
She must have been in her late 60s. She was a big fat Italian woman in her late 60s, and she had like giant glasses.
I feel like you learn pretty early on that if you're gonna like look up a word, or if you're gonna like define, you can't use the word in the word.
Why was she so offended by it? She doesn't even know what it is. It's literally just stupid. And then I think Devin kind of realized that he was being a little bitch, and he was like, oh, I see, you were just playing the character, oh. And then like, but we were already in this hot water.
And they were like, no, Devin, he traumatized you.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, that's literally what they were like. They were like, no, Devin, we need to, this is serious. Sam is a criminal now. You can't see him ever again. We're like, no.
Okay, so did they try to punish you?
I think we got the matter resolved in that meeting. So,
Okay.
I think they let my parents know, and maybe my parents, like, got mad at me or whatever. But, like, the police never got involved, and it was never like, this kid needs to be locked up because he's fucking crazy.
You would have turned into the Joker if you got locked up for being
Turned
Carnage.
into the joke. I would have turned into Carnage.
You would have turned into Carnage, yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like Carnage.
I would have killed people so that it looks like I killed people. You know. It was just, what a stupid... No, I think, you know what? I think her definition was even worse. I think she said something about a plane crash. I don't even know. She said something...
It's when a 747 crashes.
It's when a...
It's
when a 747 goes mysteriously missing in 2012. What?
She winks at the camera.
Wait, what are you talking about?
So it looks like Carnage.
What?
Remember?
Yeah, she talked like that. She would go like, so that it looks like Con. Like she had like an accent. Yeah, she was like annoying.
What kind of accent is that?
I'm trying to do an Italian woman, but I can't do an Italian old woman.
She just sounds weird and evil.
So that it looks like Carnage. All you need to know is that she says Carnage, like Carnage.
Okay, yeah, that works.
That gives you like a baseline for how she pronounces things. But yeah, but anyway, so that reminds me, now that that story is over with, of another Marvel Comics related story. But this one came many years later in high school, during the period where you were gone. And I was in the computer lab.
Mr. Pantyhose. Go ahead.
You mean Mr. Fousey Tube?
Yeah, Mr. Fousey.
Mr. Pantyhose?
Look, it's close enough. Okay.
No.
Really not.
So that it looks like pantyhose.
So that it looks like Fousey too.
It's when human bodies are beaten to a pulp so that they look like Fousey tube.
So it looks like pantyhose. Okay,
So
sorry.
that it looks like Pepe.
Sam, I wish we could YouTube poop real life. I wish we could edit that moment into saying, so that it looks like Pepe.
I am Pepe.
Just add like Donald Trump's like small loan of $1 million.
Smoke weed every day.
Right, go ahead.
So
You're in the computer lab.
I was in the computer lab with Osa. This is a lost Osa story.
Okay.
So me and Osa were in the computer lab. And for some reason, no, who else was there? I think, was Larry there? I don't even know. Larry might have been there, but it was me and Osa for sure. And for some reason, we found this file on Osa's computer. It was in his Google Docs, like way at the very bottom. And it was just titled The Avengers Initiative. And we were like, what's that? What's the Avengers Initiative?
Larry was about to cut ass on him.
And then we were like, what's the Avengers Initiative? And then we opened up the file. And the entire page was just like a deep fried PNG of Freddy Fazbear.
Okay.
That was the file. We were like, what is this? What's the Avengers Initiative? Why is Freddy Fazbear here? And then Osa's just like, it's Todd. What? What does this mean? And then, basically, Osa, what he did was he printed out like 500 copies, right? He printed out 500 copies of this PNG of Freddy Fazbear, and because it was deep fried, because we were in the computer lab, so we had printers, and because it was deep fried and like there's no colored ink in the school, it's like it looks like terrifying. Like it's like like it's horribly scary and ominous. And so what he would do is when people weren't looking, he would slip it into their bags. And then we would like watch them from afar, and they would like go into their bag to get something, and they would just find this picture of Freddy Fazbear in their bag.
Holy shit, that's amazing. That's so great.
And they were just like, what? Like they had no clue.
What is this?
And I think he did it to a teacher. I think he went and he put it on the teacher's like clipboard or something. And like when the teacher came back, they were just like, what is this?
There's no chance they would know what that is, you know?
It's a deep fried picture of Freddy Fazbear. They're just like, what? Like literally, like he did it to so many people. And so he would literally like, I think he like, oh yeah, what he would do is he pinned it up on the punching bag in the gym. Not in the gym, in like the weight room, there's like a punching bag.
Yeah.
He pinned one of them up on the punching bag. And he would train, pretending to be fighting Freddy Fazbear.
I have no words.
And yeah, he would just like leave them throughout like the weight room.
That was like in middle school when we wanted to print out like enough images of Jerry Seinfeld to put in every locker in the school.
We were gonna put him on every locker. How were we gonna do that? Like, how did we think we were gonna do that?
We were gonna stay after school.
We were gonna break in.
No, it was gonna be open, and we were just gonna be using the computer lab, and we were gonna like print like 400 or so, or we were gonna print them at home.
We had an elaborate plot.
And then we were gonna go there at night or something with a bunch of tape, and we were just gonna tape them to like or not at night, but we were gonna, remember that time we stayed after and we snuck around?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were gonna do that, except we were gonna slowly put up images of Jerry Seinfeld on every locker. But I feel like the security would have seen the accumulation of Jerry Seinfeld.
They would have like,
something's fishy about this. Like, this wasn't here when we let out the students.
I don't know. I don't remember there being so much Jerry Seinfeld in this room.
Just general Seinfeld vibes.
Something looks a little off. That reminds me of the time that basically this is like not that funny of a story, but it's really crazy. Do you remember our like middle school auditorium?
Oh shit, yeah, I do.
So it was kind of a relatively big auditorium, right? And there was like an upper level, right?
Yeah, you're right, there was. I loved that upper level. It was so cool.
So one time what happened was alright, I know I shouldn't have been doing this. I know this is the naughty. But basically, me and my girlfriend were skipping class, and what we would do is we would go behind like backstage, like where stage crew would usually like hang out. And we would go there, right? And one time what happened was we would do that often. Like we used to do it every lunch, like usually every lunch period. And so what eventually happened was I think security started to catch on. And I guess maybe they just sent security to check out like where we were going or something. So we were just hanging out in like on like the stage when the auditorium was like empty. We would just hang out on stage and backstage and stuff. And then we heard like the door open, like the loud creak, because it was quiet as shit. And like we heard it. And what we did was we just immediately hid behind the curtain. And the curtain wasn't like out. Like it was how it was supposed to be. It was like against the wall, if you remember. Like when the curtain was not in use, it was like against the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And so
there was something suspicious about what was like.
Yeah. So what we did was we went behind the curtain. So we literally had, it was like there was like literally maybe a foot of space between us and the wall, and we were just like standing behind the curtain, trying to hide. And you could like, if you looked down, like you might have been able to see our feet, but like you would have to. It was kind of dark, so there was no lights, obviously.
I remember it was really easy to hide in like the folds of the curtain.
Yeah, so what you would like have to be looking really hard, and like so what we did was we were just hiding there, and we knew we were like fucked if security found us, right? Because like we'd never like got in trouble for like skipping class or whatever, so we knew we were fucked. And so she was like got really scared when like the person started getting closer, and we could like see their feet underneath the fucking underneath like the curtain. We could just see their feet like boom, 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 and then they stopped. This is literally like a movie though. Like they stopped right in front of where we were, behind the curtain, and she was like shaking. So what I did was I like grabbed her shoulder to stop her from shaking, and I just looked at her and I was just like, I did like the shush thing. And then, like, after a few moments, the guy just goes boom, boom, and, like, walks away. It was literally like a movie. Except the problem was, when he left, he locked the doors. So we had no way to get out. We were fucked. All the doors were locked, right? And so we had to find another way out. So what we did was we climbed onto the rafters and climbed our way up to the balcony on the second floor. Like some parkour shit.
Wait, hang on. I feel like I've forgotten the architecture of the auditorium.
There's like beams, and there was like a row of lights on the side of the auditorium.
Yeah.
We climbed up on those and made our way over to the balcony, and then we had to climb our way up because there was a second set of doors for the balcony. That was our only means of escape. So that's how we got out.
Okay, wait, can you just explain it to me one more time? Because I'm just really, this is not computing.
There's the first floor of the auditorium with a row with a bunch of seats. Then there's a balcony. There's a balcony that's higher up that has its own row of seats.
Yeah.
There's a second set of doors on the balcony so that so that you can get out.
My question: how did you get up to the balcony?
There's like a little ledge on the row on the side. Picture the side of the auditorium. There's like there's lights and a little gray ledge.
Wait, the side of the you mean like on each side there?
Yes, the wall. Like think of the wall.
Yeah, the wall.
Okay.
Okay.
There's lights, and then there was like a little gray ledge, which was just like there for design or whatever, or maybe it had like the wires for the lights.
Mm-hmm.
We climbed up. That was only like a few inches, like there's only like a few inches thick. Like there's this little gray like ledge. We climbed up on there by like boosting each other up, and then literally had to like shimmy across it and climb onto the balcony to get out.
Could you have just fallen on your head from like 20 feet and died?
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been just so much easier if you had like cell phoned someone.
Who?
Oh no, like anyone with their phone?
Who would answer the call?
Sam C.
But also, the office was like right outside the auditorium. Like we would have just been caught.
Oh, you're right. Did you go to class after that?
Yeah. It was Miss Bot, and she was just like we showed up like 45 minutes late, and she literally just like did not give a shit.
Normally she would have literally murdered you in cold blood, but
yeah.
Wow, I never tried that shit. That reminds me though that I used to be in stage crew like in the 8th grade, but it was around when the theater department like wasn't really doing anything, so we didn't really have much of a reason to exist.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was the worst thing ever.
No, but like
you were a bunch of rat bastards, and you all should have died.
like what we would do is like that guy. Remember that guy Bobby?
No. Bobby.
No, okay, Sam. The guy who we think the kind of like short guy with the beard.
Oh, the guy who may or may not be sleeping with one of our other teachers.
Yes.
Okay.
He was at like for the 8th, and he
Sam!
Oh no! You gotta bleep it out, bro.
Damn it.
We're editing. But he would basically
My job.
let us have the auditorium for like an afternoon, even though we weren't doing any work. We would just get someone to be like, we gotta paint something, and be like, okay guys, and then he would like do work with like the kids who were doing theater after school or whatever. Then what was it? And what we would do the stupidest possible thing to do. We would like,
yeah, like that one time you painted your like entire body for some reason.
wait, are you lying about that?
No, I have pictures of it.
Wait, was it the time I painted my hair green?
No,
and
you like literally painted your skin, like your whole body.
Oh yeah, that's why I have brain damage.
Yeah.
No, wait. I don't remember that. Would you send photos?
If I can find them, I'll send them, yeah.
It's probably deep in the archives, but I actually don't remember.
Oh, there was also those videos that we made.
Those were pretty great, but those predate what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Those videos were great. The one where you were like doing shit in the fucking corner. I don't even remember what you were doing.
I was making drug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was our name for our made up drug. It was just drug. But
And then there was the one with Toasty.
yeah, the one with Toasty was like no, what I was gonna say was we used to play hide and go seek in the auditorium. Not only with all the props like out and about, like for the set would be completely set up for whatever shit. I think we were doing Aladdin that year. That was the year.
I remember who played Aladdin.
Wait, I don't remember who played Aladdin.
Okay.
Are you referring to the person who played the genie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
that was that was a thing. Yeah, that was that was not a hallucination.
Fever dream.
I operated the music for that show. Yeah.
You did a horrible job.
No, I only messed up once, but no. So all the set would be completely set up.
Ruined. Yeah.
The set would be completely set up, and we would turn all the lights off. And I don't even think it was like hide and go seek. I think it was like manhunt or something, and we weren't allowed to use phones. So what ended up happening was, do you remember the Grease Lightning car from Grease?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that fake piece of shit. Yeah, basically, I was like running across the stage because I thought I was gonna get caught because I was probably hiding in the curtains, and I fucking I didn't realize Greased Lightning, like this giant fake wooden car was there, and I fucking scraped my leg on the car.
What? There's grease all over the floor from the play Grease, and I'm slipping.
No, yeah. So I basically I fucking skinned my leg on this car because I was going at it at full velocity because I just wanted to get to the other side of the stage, and I ended up I just sat down and I laid down on the stage in pain. Yeah, you done died. And it was completely dark, so no one was gonna check on me. So it was only till after they turned the lights on and shit that they were like, oh.
Oh, he died.
Oh, he died. No, it was like, oh, Sam's leg is bleeding profusely or whatever.
Wait, Sam, temporary truce. Temporary truce. Do you see me?
Yeah. What's up?
Come here. I want to show you this. It's comical. I won't kill you. Weapon stab. Weapon stab. Weapon stab. All right. I just want to say, who is sitting up there? There's no way to get up there. Who's
guy you fucking killed?
Oh. damn it.
Yeah, you thought you were gonna pull a fast one, but I anticipated. No, but the way that ended was like security realized what we were doing, and they no, yeah, they pulled us into a meeting, and they were like, all right, so we don't want you to play hide and go seek with all the lights out because
way to ruin it, Sam.
No, because like, it was like I don't know, because like they found us out. They were like they opened the doors and all the lights were out, and they were like, wait a minute, this isn't right. Like where are all the kids we assigned to this theater? And they were like, yeah, we don't want one of you to like die or you know, break your neck on something. So I'm just gonna ask that you not do that anymore. But
wow,
it's fun while it lasted. That was like those are the times where it's like I think to myself and I'm like, I'm never gonna get that back, like ever.
I mean, it's like I'm sometimes just feel weird about like 2016 and shit because like I'm like nostalgic for how terrible it was in a way. Like,
well, I'm just like how blissfully unaware.
Like I never want to go back to like 2016 ever again because like it was a horrible year and we were all depressed and like awful. But I just still have nostalgia for it for some reason. Like I don't know.
Well, like there were like specific things that happened where it was like
I feel like 2016 was the year where I really grew into my own.
Where you struggled and like yeah.
Yeah. Literally. So, but anyway, so we used to be cretins, right? We used to be horrible, cringy little bastards, right? Our past is checkered, to say the least. But
is this the thing you were leading up to?
Yeah. So there are some things though from our past that have just been lost to time. And you know, honestly, I think now is the time for the big moment that I've been hyping up for a long time.
Oh God, Sam, is this gonna make me want to jump off a bridge?
All right, here's the deal. There are three things that this could happen. This could either trigger like some kind of memory, because like one of the things that I do somehow is like I unlock so many of your like repressed memories. So yeah, either this is gonna trigger a memory so intense that you're gonna explode from laughter, or you're gonna be like, what, and not get it, and like it's just gonna be a flop, and I'm gonna be like hyping this shit up for like a month, and it's just gonna be depressing.
Okay.
But I think it's fairly good. All right, so temporary truce.
Oh, okay.
Temporary truce. Alright, and it is sent now.
Who is that? Is that what I think it is?
In fact, it is.
Oh my God. That's like the guy who shows up in everyone's dreams or something.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the guy. You should, okay, when you show that pic on screen, you should show the other pic with our faces blurred out, like the actual one.
Oh, maybe. The audience just has no idea who this man is.
Yeah, I don't really know how to explain that one. I mean, I kind of do, but...
So there was this guy, to explain it. Okay, do you feel like explaining it is gonna ruin the majesty of this, or is it just funny to explain it anyway?
I think it'd be funny to explain.
Okay. So this guy was the funniest thing in the world to us for like a couple months, because this was from one of the first Comic-Cons that me and Sam went to together. Like, I'd been to some Comic-Cons on my own, and so had Sam. But like, you know, we were gonna go together this year, and we were gonna hang out and have a good time. And we went in costume as the doctor and like one of his companions. Right?
Yeah.
You literally just like blew yourself up. Like what?
That was a pretty dumb move.
We cosplayed as the doctor and one of his companions, and they happened to have a TARDIS at this like Comic-Con, like a replica. And what we wanted for this guy to take a picture of us, like in costume, by the TARDIS. And so we gave him my phone and said take a picture of us, and then he did, and he gave back my phone. But later, when we were looking back at the pictures, he never actually took a picture. He just took a picture of his face. And that was it. And so those memories are lost forever.
Damn.
Care package waiting for your mark.
She farted on my dick.
And so now he exists as like a phantom. Like this one
Yeah,
guy.
I wonder what that guy is doing as we
Like
speak.
we have no idea who he was or who he will be.
Real killer? Oh no!
Oh my god. I can't believe you missed.
That was like... That was an L.
I can't, and he's so like weird looking. How did he manage to look like that in the picture?
Yeah, he looks like an angel, like a biblically accurate angel or something like that.
I don't remember him making that face when he was taking the picture. So how did he
If
do
he
that?
did, we'd be like, oh, sorry, are you okay?
Are you having a stroke?
Impersonate people having strokes.
And so this was one of the many pictures that I found on my old phone when like we in one of the previous uncuts. I mentioned that I found my old phone and I found a bunch of old stuff from when we were in middle school.
Is that like the only thing you found?
No, I found plenty of stuff. Here's another. I'm not going to show this one, but I want you to see it because I think it just encapsulates a period in our lives. And I just want you to take a look at it, but I'm not going to show this one on screen. But you could react.
Yeah, I think I could do without seeing that ever again.
Do you remember making that image?
I remember telling you, I remember crafting it with you in real time. I don't remember like,
It?
I don't remember.
I remember it being in the basement with cloaks.
Yeah, I don't remember making that in like an editor, but
Yeah, so so the audience can at least understand. One thing we used to do is we used to like use like there was like this one app that came out that was like a photo editor.
Pixar, and we used to make memes on it. And
Yeah,
stuff.
we used to make memes, but like memes of our inside jokes. And so sometimes
I just hearing that sentence makes me want to like turn my skin inside out. Like, what the fuck were we on? Like,
so at the time it was like our obsession to like come up with new memes. And I couldn't manage to find this one. I couldn't manage to find this picture, but I know you're gonna remember it.
are you gonna start describe it to me?
I know you're gonna remember it because I remember it perfectly. We used to like make these fake pictures, and me and Sam wanted to make, well, okay, not make, but me and Sam had this joke about one of the memes that was like a TV show of our lives. So Sam, do you
would make one every year?
Yeah, we would do one every year. We would do an update. It was
Made.
It was called The Sweet Life of Sam and Sam on Drugs.
Drugs.
You remember that? It was like our faces on like Zach and Cody.
Yeah, and then we like add all the things that were eventful from that year.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of a cool idea if it wasn't terrible. So
We're consistent with it, you know. It was like an interesting. We like followed through with the concept.
yeah, and we used to do a lot of yearly stuff. I wish we did that throughout high school. We used to.
Where are you? Where's the? I just launched a predator missile at nothing. You just didn't even respawn.
Oh. Oh. And so, yeah, we would do The Sweet Life of Sam and Sam on Drugs. And I remember it was like a picture of me. It was a picture of like whichever girl we found hot that year. It was a picture of like fucking Joe, but he was like photoshopped on the Flash, you know?
Oh, it was all the like the superheroes our friends personally liked.
Yeah, and then there was like when Sam C started getting into anime, we like added anime. Oh my god! Do you remember we had one of Osa, like the real Osa, like Osant?
Yes.
Osant,
Yes.
and we had him it had him laser visioning Iraq, and he was
No, he said I will. He like said something
He's
about
like,
how
I will
he-
destroy Iraq. Yeah, he was like, I will destroy ISIS, and it was like, it was like an image of a map of Iraq, and he was like laser visioning it with explosions. It was like the most like ADHD thing you could possibly imagine condensed
yeah,
into one
because-
image.
And because like not only it wasn't Photoshop, it was the app PixArt, which is
Yeah.
popular among like Instagram meme makers, I think.
Yeah.
But the way we did it was I didn't want to pay for premium PixArt, so I would add a few things to the image, right? And it would sort of be like that would be like the base image. Like I would edit our
Yeah,
faces
yeah,
on,
yeah.
and then I would keep adding more things. And the way I would make it so that like there wasn't that much clutter was I would like screenshot it.
Yeah.
And I would add things to the screenshot. But what it did was it would just make
Made
the
it
quality.
blurry.
Yeah, it would just make the quality so bad that it looked like a bootleg DVD cover or something. Like, and there were so many ways I could have avoided doing that, but we were just so lazy.
And no, I remember us photoshopping like Illuminati all over it, and like we were smoking like 3 blunts at once, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It was the whole MLG thing too.
Yeah.
Oh my-
And we had like sniper rifles and shit, I remember.
Yeah, it was like a weird mix of MLG with like YouTube poop and
Like inside jokes.
yeah, and people.
Oh yeah, we had like cartons of milk, and like there's cartons of milk and pictures of Osa. It was like
So you couldn't find those?
I could have.
2015, 2016, right?
Those were like they started in 2015, and
Yeah.
then we're in 2016 and 2017 was the last one.
2017 we made one. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, it was an annual thing. I mean, I'm sure we didn't find it nearly as funny as the first time, but we just did it anyway. Yeah, Sweet Life of Sam and Sam on Drugs. Could you imagine a parallel world where we pursued the Sweet Life of Sam and Sam on Drugs instead of Toasty Toes?
I don't even know what that would have looked like.
It would have been a fucking, like, the Terminator reality. Like, it just would have been skulls everywhere and death.
Skulls under your feet and they're just like crunching and shit.
Yeah, you're just like, well, this is the world we live in when this Sweet Life of Sam and Sam on Drugs gets made.
Yeah, everything's blurry because they couldn't afford Photoshop.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. So those
Yeah.
are like the horrible things that I found on my old phone. And I just wanted to like slowly break you with them.
I don't know if I'm broken, but I'm definitely like in a different headspace.
Yeah.
Because that shit definitely happened and I don't think about it.
That shit really did happen. Here, this'll break you. This'll break you.
Yeah, this'll break you.
And then again, we had a conspiracy that someone we knew was actually the Antichrist.
Oh, for God's sakes. Remember?
we used to get pictures of them and like put devil horns on them and be like proof. Sam, you made that in PixArt. No,
Proof.
it's proof.
Oh God, Sam, do you remember what Instagram was like when we were in like the 6th and 7th grades?
Yeah. I mean, we don't even have to mention the meme page dilemma.
Wait, do they know about that?
Yeah, they know. They know.
Sam, guess what?
But
I never deleted that meme page. I just deleted all my posts and I changed the profile to something.
oh my, if you kept that all your posts, come on, that would have been a gold mine.
No, I like it just wasn't that funny, honestly. Like they were just like shitty memes from that time period and like captions like, "Oh," like it was really unfunny.
Wow.
Damn. You're like, oh, I was expecting something less unfunny, but yeah. So, I still have the account. I just like changed the specifics. So, and I deleted all the posts. So, like, no one could fucking see that shit. But I was like, I didn't think to look at my DMs, but I was like looking through some of the stuff I had on there. And I had like full conversations with some people, but like I remember like not a lot of it was like very interesting. Like most of it was like group chats where people would just send memes, and most of the accounts are dead, which really just puts into perspective that whole
does Who the Hell Likes FNAF even exist anymore?
I feel like he's going off the deep end or something, you know? Like I think you know what happened? I heard from Sam C that he started advocating like racism as a political idea. like he became like a
psycho.
Yeah, like he got like kind of unwell.
Everyone from that period turned into Nazis. Like Lieutenant Corbus, like she became a Nazi.
God, yeah.
Who the hell likes FNAF became a Nazi? If you were popular in 2016, you're now a Nazi.
Yeah. But I was looking through all my messages, and I just found one because my original username was the Meme Emperor, and my profile picture. I remember Sam C finding this so cringy, but my profile picture was a My Little Pony themed Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was like, and there was like a explicit content warning. And the whole idea was like I was like this faceless person who was posting memes, but I was the emperor of memes. And I would imagine myself being like, "Hey guys, it's the meme emperor. Like, what's up?"
Like, disgusting and gross and awful in every way.
I can tell I'm making you uncomfortable by going into it like this. But
every time I hear the MLG voice, I just go.
Yo, wait. No. Well, okay. So one time there was this DM I sent where I was like, "Hey, it's the meme emperor." As if you could.
God.
And I was just wondering if you could shout out my page, you know?
No.
Oh yeah, it was like, sorry man, don't do shoutouts. And they're all like, it's like if you delete your account, Instagram just shows it as like Instagrammer with generic. It was just tons of those. And then on the off chance it wasn't, it was just like someone had converted their page into like a regular page for themselves. So it was just some random dude. You know, like
he just wants to forget that period of his life.
Yeah.
Who are even like the big meme pages now? Like, are there any?
I mean, I think there are, but they exist in an entirely different ecosystem. You know,
it's not like just like there are the celebrity meme pages. Like there aren't really like. I feel like there isn't that anymore, or maybe I don't care enough.
Like, remember my grandma's butthole?
Yeah. No, she still has an account.
Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah.
I follow her. It's just, I think she got deleted or some shit. I don't even know. But then she came back. I follow her now.
Yeah. To think we ever cared that Sam C was running a meme page.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, it's pretty despicable, but like, we straight up were like, Sam, you have to stop running this meme page. Like, as if it mattered to
You're gonna get more followers than me, and I just don't want that.
Like, that was his thing, too. Like, wait, okay, Sam, but didn't he report me?
Yeah, he did. And he lied.
Lie!
We've gone over this so many times.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god, and there was one message where it was like, yeah, someone reported me. They're either someone I know IRL or someone on here, but I need to figure it out.
These are like relics. Oh my god, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Literally,
so,
imagine like yourself typing that, but it's like you didn't even know that it was Sam C at the time. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was a different time.
You even know, yeah. And your voice used to be so high pitched during that time period. So I just imagine you being like trying to be so edgy, but you're just like, "Hey guys, Keck 911." Oh.
Well, it would like, it was just like such a lack of self-awareness. I think it was so bad. Sam C got so popular though? I think it's just because he posted like, he would post like 5 images.
Yeah,
in this
yeah. We all, yeah,
5 hours, you know.
yeah. Oop.
Damn, you feel that dead air?
Damn, you smell that? I just spit on my mic. No! Oh, it's all over my keyboard.
I got beans everywhere.
Oh, there's water. Oh, I shouldn't have said that while I was about to take a sip. No.
Every time, Sam.
Yo, do you smell?
Yo, you should turn to people. You should
Just turn like on the subway. Like you're like sitting with some like random person who's like, yo, you smell it?
They're just like, nope.
And
just
just,
like,
just rip ass and leave. Smell my this.
damn, you smell that? Really the perfect thing to say in any situation.
That should definitely be a thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you smell that?
No, like, cause like it makes you feel self-conscious if you don't smell that. You know?
Yeah, you're like, what? Do I smell?
Damn, you smell that?
You smelt it, dealt it? What? I'm phrases like, for some reason, phrases like you smelt it, you dealt it, and like Marty the zebra from Madagascar give off the same energy. Like,
What the fuck are you talking about? The actual fuck.
you don't feel that?
You do. I just was in denial about it for a second.
You don't feel like phrases like, what's that? Chicken butt, and Marty the zebra from Madagascar don't have the same energy?
You know what I think it is? I think he just used
Because
a lot
he's
of
an annoying fuck.
No, he used a lot of those phrases. I feel like. You know, like I feel like that he must have used like 2 or 3 of those in the movie.
No, he definitely didn't. I would have remembered it.
What? 'Cause you have the whole thing fucking memorized?
Yeah, I have the whole script.
I mean, it's a pretty great movie, I gotta say, but
Is it though?
okay, you know what though? The people who say awesome sauce. Just let that one sit for a sec. People who say awesome sauce and people who say factoid are the same people.
People who say awesome sauce give off the same energy as the bottom of my boot, alright? So
The same energy as a wet fart.
people who say awesome sauce are gonna be selling popcorn under a freeway overpass.
Sam, I remember this one time, there was this girl, who did, theater at our high school.
No! Yeah.
No, please stop. And
Oh my
it was,
god, I hit you from that? Wow.
it was at that fair that happens every year. And,
Where the Wacky Shack was? Yeah.
that really just hit me for a sec, sorry. Yeah, that one. And, she's really successful. Like, she goes to Vanderbilt now, and she's like studying English or something. I don't know. She's pretty cool or whatever. Oh Jesus Christ. So at the time, she wanted me to like do the fall drama that was happening, and I ended up doing it. But she like asked me at the fair because we just ran into each other. She was like, oh, are you gonna do the fall drama? And I was like, yeah, I think so. It looks pretty good or whatever. And she just said, you know what? That's awesome sauce. And then she like clapped me
You
on
like
the shoulder.
freeze?
I didn't say another word to her. That was the last thing I ever heard
And
her
then
say.
you don't go to the fall drama either. Like, you just can't. You go home and you like watch paint dry.
Yeah, typically. But yeah, but now that's I like look at her Instagram story and stuff, and that's all I can think about.
You.
Even though
It's
she's really
one of
successful, she'll always
those.
do.
Show us where you want it.
One of the people who say awesome sauce.
Wow.
I'll fuck with Factoid either.
Alright, first of all,
they're the people who call.
alright, we're ignoring the real issue here. The people who say cool beans need to be hit by a bus. Alright.
God!
There's no need for you on this earth if you say cool beans.
Do you remember you used to say that? I feel like you did.
I think we both. I think you said it too. I mean, look, come on.
For delivery.
Oh, well, I definitely said it.
Okay,
but-
well, I concede then. If I did say that, then that version of me should have been hit by a bus. Like that's
Care package ready for delivery.
that's just the way the cookie crumbles. You get what you deserve.
Ugh. Remember when people used to watch Jacksepticeye and it was like a new thing?
No, Jacksepticeye was not a new thing in 2016. He just found a new audience.
Oh.
It was like the same people who would watch Markiplier and be like, he's so hot.
Well, it was weird because like a lot of like the people with blue hair, you know, like that's not even like I feel like the word SJW isn't like it's not like a coherent identity anymore, I guess.
No, it's not.
Like the people with blue
But you
hair-
also don't want to say you're thinking it, but you don't want to say the LGBTQ community, but you are thinking.
the you are thinking it, but like it's only because it's related to that. Like
Yeah.
the LGBT community is like too broad a net, but it's like the people.
Yeah, what are these like the people who like anime, like you know,
and the people who like
think they
police-
think they can draw, you know.
Yeah, the people who are like I'm an anarchist and stuff.
But no, I think that's a different group.
Really, I feel like they're all anarchists or like they identify as
I don't know.
anarchists. And they're all like vaguely middle class or
They're
something.
all like the devil was the good guy type of people, you know.
Well, it's weird to me because I feel like
They're the type of people to like poke you, like you know what I mean?
yes, I do, and it's not even raw XD.
Don't-
you know?
Don't
It's a different
fucking
energy.
touch me.
yeah. It's different. And it's like the people who like obsessively cancel like celebrities or
No,
whatever.
I feel like that's a different group too. I don't even know. Because there's a whole new group that's emerging, and it's just fucking terrible.
No, well, I was gonna say was that group was really into Markiplier and PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye, but that was before PewDiePie had the whole like Nazism thing.
Oh yeah.
And then then I feel like that group kind of imploded because I don't know, it was kind of
They lived long enough to see themselves become the villain.
like PewDiePie was never like, you know what, I really want a self-described artist and self-described like anarchist who uses they them pronouns and like dyes their hair blue or whatever to like watch my content.
He really said that.
Okay, cut that out. I feel like whatever I was trying to say there just got really bogged down. Like I feel like I either painted PewDiePie as like a bigot or like I painted the other
That's because
person.
there's not enough distinction between like the groups, like you know, like that whole like, that's like a, you know, blue hair people. It's like SJWs who are like crazy SJWs.
Tifa people.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's fucking. They gotta get some like. They gotta distinguish those like groups more because.
The people who meow at you and like
Yeah.
claim to be part of Antifa.
Remember that girl who wore a tail?
No.
Well, it happened.
Wait a minute, Sam. Oh,
Ow! Shit! Ow!
Shit. Up with my gun.
I did that too. I was shooting it while you were. Oh.
UAV recon standing by.
Sam, there's a person I'm like imagining right now, or not imagining, but like I'm remembering, and I don't know where she comes from. Oh my god, Sam, I have a
What?
story.
What? All right, this will be the last story because this Uncut is getting long. So go ahead.
It is. Okay. Don't remember her name. But, she wore anime boots and stuff.
Anime boobs?
No, she wore boots that were, like, from an anime.
What the
And she
fuck?
talked like an anime girl. And she went to my summer camp. And I'll keep this short because this story actually causes me physical pain.
Oh. It's
she
a
had
gamer. Ew.
I bet that's Sam C's entire gay humor. Like, that's all it is. Like, saying, it's a gay,
Fat
Like,
balls.
just calling... Yeah, so, she had a crush on our, like, 26-year-old camp counselor, and she was, like,
Oh,
14,
pedophilia?
13.
Okay, yeah.
Your
Um,
UAV recon is standing
Why don't you have a
by.
seat?
And, she was a really strange person. She was just, like, she would be, like, really weird to people, and, like, I felt really bad for her, and I feel bad that I'm telling this story, but it's just really funny because she once went up to this table in one of the summer camp rooms and wrote on it, like a declaration of her love.
Oh my god.
And it was directed to the camp counselor, but so basically, like, the tables were covered with paper, so we could, like, draw on them, and so, like, if we spilled our apple juice or whatever, like, they wouldn't get damaged. But she wrote it, in cursive,
UAV recon ready for deployment.
and it was really smart because she went up to this guy, and she was like, it was after lunch, so he must have seen. And he would eat in that room, his lunch, and so he must have seen what the message that was sent or whatever, and she was like, I think she actually called him senpai. I think she was like, senpai, did you receive my message? And then he looked her straight in the face and he said, I can't read cursive. Oh. And then she said, oh no, he can't read cursive. I guess I'll have to write it out again.
Repeat, UAV
And then she never
is
did,
standing by.
but it wouldn't have been necessary because she literally just said, like, I have a raging crush on you or something like that.
I have a raging boner.
And he would have to just, like, deflect it
UAV
weirdly.
recon ready for
I'm
deployment.
going to get fired if this continues.
But yeah.
That's terrible.
Also, she was just, like, she was in, like, this class. Or she would do this thing at the summer camp. Like, at the
I'm
summer camp.
imagining her as being a little bit shorter, with like maybe a little bit of dye in her hair.
No, her hair wasn't dyed, actually.
Really?
Yeah, but,
Did she have pimples and acne? Was she like a disgusting?
no, she wasn't like, she just looked like a person, basically. The thing that stood out was, like, I think also sometimes she wore a tail.
Oh
But-
my god. This is I can't even. This is
To be in a room with her, I think, no, but the thing is, like, I don't feel like I'm punching down, really, because she knew what she was doing. Like, her intention was to make people feel uncomfortable. It was the
That
vibe.
was her intention.
Yeah. And she would,
She
like,
would
act like
she,
that.
yeah, she would like whisper talk to you. It's like,
UAV
bro,
recon ready for deployment.
Well, and, like, I think, oh god, and this, I wasn't there for this, but, like, my friend told me about it. Because, like, at the summer camp, like, so, like, one of the counselors would, like,
Your UAV
they would do this thing,
standing by.
like, sometimes each year, where they'd be like, you guys, if you guys want to make, like, a movie, like, they would do this thing where they would make a movie and stuff, and it would actually be pretty cool because the guy had, like, experience with stuff, and they would, like, write a script collectively, and over the course of the summer they would, like, shoot a movie, and they would screen it typically. But this girl, like, she wanted to be in the film, and they were like, all right, cool, can you, like, be this character or something like that?
can you just go all the way over there, at a shot, stand there,
Not speak.
don't move?
Well, yeah, and they were basically like, all right, so your character, it was like a takeoff on the Breakfast Club, and they were like, all right, so your character is this. And she was like, okay, I think mine will be the weeaboo character. And they were like, I know, right? And they're like, okay,
Why
well,
you like this? Please have a personality.
and they were like, okay, so that's not in the script. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, I was just thinking I could be the weeaboo character. Like, you
What's a
want
wea poop?
the weeaboo? Yeah. And then in the final product of the movie, she just acted like a weeaboo. And she actually like disrupted the plot and stuff, and they had to do reshoots because of the way she acted.
$50,000 over budget.
All because of your fucking fantasy. But yeah, well, I haven't thought about that in a really long time. But yeah,
That's disturbing.
genuinely awful. It's a war crime.
Yeah. If you ever sat next to that girl, like at like I don't know, like lunch or whatever, you should just literally just be sitting next to her and just go, yo, you smell that?
No, I like it when it's like, damn, you smell that? It's obvious, something impulsive.
You just go. No, you have to be somewhat calm about it. Just be like, damn, you smell that? What?
Hey, you shit yourself or something like
You shit yourself?
Sam, sometimes my dad, if he smells something bad, like if he's like burned the food, he'll like turn to me and be like, he'll be like, did you shit yourself? Like,
Yeah. Just get you smell that?
no, Sam, what if she just shit herself?
You walk into the shit girl's room and you just go, yo, you smell that? No, it's good because I'm imagining like a seedy subway, and like the lady next to you is like just reading a magazine or something, and he's like, yo, you smell that?
It's like, no.
This is the dumbest joke we've ever had.
No, but we
Period.
literally turned the number 3 into a joke, though.
Okay, you know what? Good point. Anyway, yeah, we also turned the phrase goose into a joke. So, yo, you smell that? Smells goose as fuck, bro.
Okay.
Alright, well, this was a long-ass uncut. So congratulations if you made it all the way through this one.
Yeah. I got more. We had more to say than we thought.
Yeah, that just kind of... Well, that was kind of the point of the episode, was just like to say random memories. So I guess we achieved that.
Yeah.
So yeah. This has been the Toasty Toes.